Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. It's 60 degrees in February and it's gonna be 14 degrees in 2 days. So we gotta take advantage of this beautiful weather and get busy fixing some stuff we probably should have fixed last fall. So we've got the TYM 254 tractor out here and we're gonna be using it to lift up the part that I broke right here, and the part that I broke went to our Ventrac tractor. So come along today as we show you the repairs that I have to make. I've got some beating and banging to do. I got to do some fabrication today. So come along as we have a little bit of fun working on all three of these little machines. All right? Woo! Woo! Stoney Ridge Farm, Stoney Ridge. Woo! All right, guys, you've seen Big T, the big red tractor that we've got. This is Little T. So this is our little TYM 254 tractor, and I've got a set of pallet forks on here from Precision Manufacturing. Big shout out to those guys. They sent me an awesome laser cut Stoney Ridge Farmer steel plate, man. That's gonna be so cool. We're gonna weld that to one of the workbenches in there so we can do Tool Tuesday with it. Thanks a lot to those guys at Precision Manufacturing. I'll post a link to their website in the video description. So what we've got is the pallet fork on here, and we've got to feed the cows before we do anything. The cows are fussing at me. You can see them all down here. What we got to do is take the pallet fork and we've got to pick this critter up. I broke a lot of stuff. I was overdoing it. So this is the kickstand right here for the tough cut deck for the Ventrac mower. And the way this thing works is it should be bent out this way. The kickstand will not go down, okay? With the kickstand not going down, it's hard to hook up to and unhook, so we've got it set up on a 4x4 right now. I broke a pulley, and you're gonna see that pulley, it's flopping around right here, and I broke it good. I broke the heck out of the pulley. There is a weld that came loose. Once I bent this thing in, one of the blades came and whacked the inside of here and caused that pulley to fail. However, the cool thing about this is there is an attachment point right here. We can hook a chain and we can go on the pallet forks and lift this thing up and get to a good working height. And then I can take off this red guard right here, this thing here. Got a pile of parts. We're gonna take this red guard off. We're gonna beat this thing back out as straight as we possibly can get it. And we're gonna replace the pulley. So come along, we're gonna have some fun. First, I gotta go feed the cows. All right, so again, this is the TYM T254. I believe the latest model is gonna be called the T274. And this is a little 25 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. I'm gonna go ahead and start this critter up. In order to get the glow plugs to function, I'm gonna let them warm up the engine just a little bit. Then we'll hit the brake. All right. Now, come around here to the other side, and we're gonna disconnect our pallet forks. We're gonna leave them sitting right here, and we're gonna go get the bale spear. What I found is that it's a lot easier for me to cut the strings. Where's my knife? There it is. It's a lot easier for me to go ahead and cut the strings and have them ready because the cows are gonna go crazy for this hay when I get ready to bring it in. So I'll go ahead and cut the strings, have them ready to pull off, and once I get in the pasture, I'll pull the hay strings off. If I pull them off out here in the yard, the bottom of this hay bale would kind of fall apart out in the yard. We don't want that. Now, typically we're gonna put 2 bales of hay out to our 25 cows every day. I put out 3 bales yesterday, and they've just about consumed 2.5. We're gonna be moving the cows straight up through here. So in a future video, you'll see how I make a lane, and we'll be moving these cows either back up to the upper pasture behind the house, which is starting to recover, or directly across the way. The problem across the way is we do not have any frost-free water tanks. So we're supposed to have some 15-degree weather. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna keep the water tanks unthawed and get fresh water over there to those cows? So we're just gonna have to wait. There's some stockpiled forage over there, enough for the cows to eat for probably a month until everything starts greening up on both of these pastures. There is a lot of stockpiled forage over there. So let's take this bale and get it in here. Josh, what's stockpiled forage? I guess I should explain that. That's grass that's still edible that's on the ground. We've got green grass across the way over there that's still edible, that's on the ground, and the spring flush is getting ready to come. So when everything starts to grow and the cows will be at their healthiest, and that's when they'll be dropping their babies. Awesome. No use in risking it. They'll follow the four-wheeler every day, but I'm not sure about the tractor. That this pasture, I've been rolling the snot out of some hay out here because there was just no topsoil, and we're building topsoil. So probably 40 bales of hay have been unrolled out here, and that helps to build the soil. This bale I just put out, I put it out on a hill, so the cows will butt it, knock it over, and they'll actually roll it out for me. Let's get busy working on the Ventrac. It's time for a quick chuckle. You're gonna hear that cow. I don't know if you can hear that. You're gonna hear that cow right there mooing the whole time we're trying to get this done, because Mama is weaning that cow, and that cow wants Mama right now. So it's a very verbal cow. All right, let's show you what we got. Nothing goes to waste on the farm, even Amazon boxes. Make for great knee pads. So what we've got going on here, we've got to loosen this belt. And the way I tore this thing up is I was working in some really, really heavy brush that was just heavier than I should have been working. There's a belt diagram right up here so I don't get lost. I won't have any trouble getting it back on. And really all I need to do is remove the belt from 2 pulleys right here. So let's see. The belt tensioner is right here, okay? What we'll do is pull back on it a little bit and roll this right off of our belt, our pulley. Man, I have really done a number on this. Whew. You hear my cow? Okay, here we go. Ah, right on, there we go. Get that dude out of the way. And there are 3 pulley problems here. Pulley problem number 1 is this pulley right here. This is bent, so this piece here is bent. I've got to replace that. Got to go in and undo that bracket. This pulley is kaput. It just came basically apart from the twisting action. Better to ruin a pulley than to ruin an expensive spindle. So this is the bad pulley, and it was on this spindle. So let's give it a turn. Oh yeah, it turns free. No problem whatsoever. So I've got to pull that bolt off right there. That could pose a challenge. I may have to get a pipe wrench on this or find a way to lock that blade in place. Yeah, baby. That's awesome. Hang on to our bolt and our washer. This should slip up. There we go. And there's a keyway right here. Okay. We got our bolt and our washer. Set them up here in this handy little pan. There we go. There is a keyway in there, and this is well oiled. And that was the failure point. It did not fail on the weld, so it failed on the metal. Cool thing about Ventrac tractors is their parts are all available. It's made in America. Tractor's made in America. Here we go. One thing is an absolute certainty is that bolt is not coming off of there. All right, awesome. So we got that taken care of. Now we've got to work on this pulley. Let's move the camera around so you can see what the heck's going on here. So this pulley right here is kind of a guide pulley, and that has the tensioner on it. This pulley right here is bent. This piece is bent that holds this pulley in place. So what we've got to do, I've unbent it several times. I don't know that I can't just get it. I think it's okay. I mean, it seems to be good to go. Let me just double check it here and make sure we may not have to replace that guy. Look at that. Hot dog. We are still hitting down here, so we do have a bit of a problem with this pulley. I'll show you. So this pulley right here should not be touching that belt right there. So we've got to fix that. There we go. Awesome. Slip this spring off, set it to the side over here. This thing's way out of whack. That's the new part. We're gonna take the old one off. This thing's way off kilter. It's bent all to pieces. So we're gonna go ahead and remove. This is probably, yep, that's also a 9/16. There we go. Set them off to the side. Remove that pulley. Pulley looks good. This is the old part. Kinked over, see it? This is the new part. See how straight and nice? This is the old part again. Pretty straight, not straight, and unrepairable. So, all the part numbers are stamped right there. Awesome. We'll get rid of this guy, put the new one on. Okay, slide the new guy in. Now, we're ready to play ball again. So we'll slip our pulley back in place. That cow's still down there mooing, guys. All right. I like getting out and wrenching on stuff like this. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, post a comment down there. I enjoy getting out and wrenching and shooting videos doing it. It's kind of my favorite thing to do. So we're good to go on this pulley system. And I think it's tight enough, but I might give it just a little more, just because this belt is well broken in. So we'll give it a couple turns to snug it down just a hair more than it already is. It's fab time, it's fabrication time. This is my problem. We're way bent in. Reaching in here on the other side, it feels like there is no nut or bolt on the other side for me to get a hold of. So we're 1/2-inch bolts all the way across here. We got to remove them all. So might as well just get started. Hopefully I don't have to raise this thing up off the ground, but I might. Get these all off. There we go. I'll show you the old piece and then I'll show you the new one, and you're gonna be like, what did you do, Josh? How did you do that? I'm not, I guess the old one will come off. There we go. This is the old piece. That's the new piece. Straight as an arrow. And this is the old one. I really bent it up pretty bad. Oh, what a bummer. What a total bummer. So now I gotta match it up with my bolts here and hope I can just bend this guy back in. I'm gonna grab a pipe wrench and I'm gonna try and bend this guy back up in the direction that it needs to go. And up underneath here is where that kickstand was that I was telling you about. It's just hitting right there. Oh yeah, it moved. Just gonna take a little bit at a time. Oh man, I'm happy with this. It's coming on out. Oh goodness. Do you hear that cow? She is mad. See how far we gotta come? That's a long ways, man. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do that. Got some work ahead of us. Time to put the TYM to work on this Ventrac situation. There is a hold right here for putting a strap or a chain. I'm gonna raise it up and get up underneath this thing and just start hammering away at it. That's the only thing I can do. Safety Sam, tell me what we're doing wrong. There we go. The kickstand is right here. I need to get that out. So we're gonna take the hammer, we're gonna whack on it. And I am not underneath anything here, okay guys? So I'm safe. Okay, before I chip a tooth, let's see what we got. Woohoo! Oh, man. That's it. That's what we wanted. Kickstand freely goes up and down again. Awesome. Now, we gotta bend this in straight enough shape to put the rubber guard back in place and to get the bracket back on there. Will it fit? I cannot believe I've got it this close. Look at this, this is awesome. So I'm within about a ½ inch right here of fitting up perfectly exactly on there. As I draw my bolts in, it's gonna start pulling it straight. It's gonna pull both these two together. I'm gonna give it a couple more taps and we're in good shape, man. We'll put the rubber piece back on and start putting bolts back in. That's awesome. Get one bolt in, up through its hole. Just start moving down the line here. I just got the last bolt in and man, this was a job. I know why I put it off for so long now. I knew it was gonna be a pain in the butt, but got it in. Every bolt fit. It's still a little bit misshapen. I don't know that we'll ever get it back to its original factory shape without replacing the whole deck or cutting out this piece and welding in a new piece. But I mean, this is a brush cutter, man, a brush hog. So it's gonna take a beating. That's just it. It's functional now. My kickstand goes up and down just fine. So before we go to hooking this up, I'm gonna explain to you how the Ventrac hooks up. What happens is there are two forks basically that drive in and pick up right here, and then there's a belt that goes on the tensioner on the front, and that's how the Ventrac hooks up any implement to the front. So we're gonna pull on up here, we'll hitch up to it and show you just how quick and easy it goes. This has a little 24.8 horsepower Kubota diesel. Pull right up here, and I can watch one side and it tells me where the other side is doing. Pull right on up, lift up to the implement. Find the sweet spot. Little lever down here. I'll push that lever down and we're all hooked up. We're hooked up, ready to go there. This is how you tension the belt. Push it right up there and we're gonna raise it back up. You can make a boo-boo here and drag your kickstand. So pull your kickstand out and up. All right, let's give her the test run. Bring the RPMs up. Engage. Yeah, baby. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We can finally use the Ventrac again. We can't mow right now because there's nothing to mow, but man, that thing is a monster of a little brush cutter. Great little bush hog for running around. I say bush hog, but it's a rotary cutter. It's got 3 blades, just like pretty much like a lawnmower, except for their heavy duty brush cutting blades. So man, thank goodness, got it fixed, Guys, thanks for joining me. We had a serious safety SAM issue over here, and I'll show you exactly what was going on here with the TYM tractor. I did not have my levers engaged here, okay? I didn't have them engaged all the way down, and that could have been really, really dangerous. As I tilted the pallet fork forward, it slipped off of the ends right here. That was my fault, and man, safety SAM, you can get me on that one. You got me. Little T did a great job. Little TYM tractor did a great job. We got everything fixed, and now we can start working on the sickle bar mower. The sickle bar mower is the next thing that we got to repair. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. I'm sorry about the wind, but it got windy, it got cold, and I got a huge mess to clean up. So we'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. All right?
Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Woo!
There we go. Nice. Little T. Contact, little T. Shake him off. Are you kidding me? Ah. Well, there's a testament to Ventrac's strength. I didn't attach the quick attach appropriately on the pallet forks. I guess that's what happens when you get in a hurry.